Today we are talking about the new Natasha Denona My Dream collection. I know there's been a lot of videos about this already, but I'm finally getting time to film. So we're just gonna have a good old time checking out this collection. I'm gonna do in-depth swatches for you guys. So I'll do the swatch on my arm and then also hand swatches like I do. I will have a comparison swatch video coming as well of swatching the My Dream palette against the entire existing Natasha Denona palette collections, and then also I'm going to create a look using all of these products and give you guys my thoughts. So hopefully this sounds interesting to you guys. I'll have timestamps down below as well, just in case you want to see one part over another. And let's get started. Before we do, let's do the YouTubey things. Go ahead and give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and we're going to go into desk format first, do swatches, all that jazz, and then create a look. So let's get into it. Okay, Natasha Denona My Dream collection. So I've actually had this for about 5 days now, and I have been so incredibly busy and insane at work that I haven't even had the time to even... I have opened these now because I just took photos of them before this video, but like I hadn't even opened them. I hadn't even looked at it, even though I was super excited to get it. I just did not have time. So finally, I'm getting time to sit down and film this review. Hallelujah, I'm so excited to dig into these. I'm just gonna have like a lot of fun in this video, to be honest. There's like, I mean, I have fun in every video, but there's like a million reviews of this up already. So I'm just here to give you my 2 cents in case you've been wondering. This is available everywhere. I actually picked up the entire bundle from natashadenona.com directly. In exciting news, I think mostly worldwide, she actually offers free shipping over certain amounts on her website now, which is huge because previously her shipping, regardless of the amount that you spent, was crazy expensive, even by Australian standards where we pay for shipping for everything. So I paid like $280, I think, for this entire bundle because I did get 10 or 20% off when I purchased it. I know it was in the 200s that I paid, but right now on the website, this is the Natasha Denona website, sorry, the entire bundle is going for 305 Australian dollars. The palette is $120. The face trio is $83. The lipstick is $47. The lip crayon, or the lip liner, sorry, is $42, and the lip gloss is $47. These are in Australian dollars. You can pick this up on Sephora.com. You can pick this up on Selfridges if you have a Selfridges like shipping thing, Beautylish, and Natasha Denona. And then I think Sephora Australia gets it at the very end of September. So if you are Australian though and looking for this collection, you can pick it up on other websites. Beautylish offers free shipping. It's great shipping. It's a great retailer if you haven't looked at it before and you're dying to get your hands on this collection. Let's go ahead and unbox this. Let's do the eyeshadow palette last, just because I'm gonna want to like compare it to retro and glam and all that kind of stuff. And then let's do the lips first, shall we? So surprisingly, I'm not sure if this is surprising for you guys, but definitely for me, well, not necessarily surprising, but the lip products were actually the products that I was most interested in this collection. I think the face palette and the eyeshadow palette is very beautiful, don't get me wrong, and I haven't tried them yet, so we'll see what I think after that. But the shades of these lip products really seem like my kind of tones, and I was really gravitated towards them more so than the face palette and the eyeshadow palette, and I'll explain why when I get to those. But these look stunning. I know some people probably didn't like this packaging. I love it. It's my shade of pink. I love this black. I love everything about this packaging. She nailed it. This one is the Natasha Denona My Dream lipstick, and then it is the voluptuous creamy hydrating lip color. It's in the shade Natasha, which I'm fairly certain is already an existing shade in her collection. She's just repackaged it for this particular collection. On the back of the packaging, you do get the expiry date. This one is 18 months. It's made in Italy. It has all the ingredients, all of that jazz. The packaging of this lipstick bullet, you guys, is so beautiful. I love this. It feels luxury. I love this like matte kind of finish here, and it's kind of got, it's not too hefty, but it's got a little bit of heft to it. I love the shape of it. I love these black splashes. This is my kind of packaging. And then you open this up and you get the lipstick itself. So that's how much product you get in it. Standard lipstick, and it has the ND embossing on it there, and it just looks like a beautiful shade. As you can see, I haven't touched it yet, so we're yet to find out. I'll unbox these and then we'll swatch them. This is the lip crayon, also in the shade Natasha. I'm presuming an existing shade as well. I could be wrong about that, but repackaged with this beautiful dream packaging. And then this is the bullet. Well, not the bullet, but the crayon, I guess. And then you have the lip gloss, also in the shade Natasha. And incredible packaging. I just love this. Honestly, it just feels like no detail has been left unturned. It's really, really beautiful. So let's go ahead and swatch these. Let's start with the lip gloss. I will also obviously have timestamps doing a tutorial and everything with all of these products. In case you're wondering, you know, you can skip to the part that you're interested in. Oh wow, that's a gorgeous lip gloss color. I don't think I have a lip gloss in this color, which is weird because I have a million. But that's very pretty. Let's go ahead and try the lip liner. Ooh, it's like a cool tone pinky nude. Love that. And then let's try this lipstick. Oh yeah, that's my kind of a color. I can't wait to put that on my lips. They look amazing. They look very much like their teens colors and I'm into it. And that looks so hydrating. I'm here for it. I can't wait to put these on my lips. Let's do this My Dream Cheek Trio first. This is a blush and highlighter palette. And then again, it has all of your information on the back here. So it has a cream blush, a glow cream base, and then a Dream Glow powder. The expiry on this one is 18 months and made in Italy again. And then it has the 3 ingredients for each little thing here. And then this is the little compact. Again, very in theme, has little black splashes, very, very much my vibe, if you will. And then you open this up and you have the 3 cheek colors, which is very beautiful. I'm not sure, we'll swatch this compared to the Glam Face palette because it does look quite similar to the light one, but we'll have a look. I thought that this middle one here was actually the same formula as her existing previous, like I Need a Nude highlighter, but this is actually a cream, so I'm very intrigued to try this. I'm a little bit worried this one's gonna be too dark for me, so we'll have to see how we go. So shall we go ahead and swatch these? I think we shall. So let's start with this cream blush. Well, this feels more like, you know what this feels like? Almost like the Item Beauty cream blushes. You know how the Item Beauty cream blush that I always use, I'm like, it's not really a cream, it's a powder. That's exactly how this feels, which I like that formula a lot. So, and I don't like her cream formula. In fact, I can already tell you this isn't the same as the Glam Face Palette cream blush because that one is like this weird dense cream putty formula that I really dislike, whereas this one feels completely different formula-wise. I actually think I'll like this, which is exciting because I was a bit nervous. That's a very pretty color too. I'm into that. Now let's go ahead and try this cream glow base, glow cream base. I'm very intrigued to try this. Feels very kind of slippery like. I know that sounds weird because it's a cream, but like dewy almost. Let's see. Probably should have checked the ingredients of this. Oh, it's very kind of almost like translucent. It feels very like the Westman Atelier lipstick. I'm not sure if I'll like this if I'm honest, but you can barely see it on the skin, but it does look pretty. It's very sticky. Sticky is the word I'm looking for. It feels like a lip balm. And then now let's try this Dream Glow. Interesting, it's not as dark on the skin. That's pretty. I wonder how this would go on other skin tones. I feel like on deep, dark skin tones, these probably wouldn't show up that well, right? And super pale would probably find these too deep. They're pretty though. And now the one we've all been waiting for, I'm sure. This is the My Dream palette. So again, very beautiful packaging. Has all the ingredients and the shade names and formulas on the back here. Made in Italy, 24-month expiry, and then it has all of the formulas and everything here. So let's open this up. This is the palette. Woohoo! She's very pretty. I'm sure you've seen a million reviews with this, to be honest, because I'm very, very late. If you've watched any of my kind of reviews videos before, you know how this works. I'm going to swatch all of these up my arm in like in a time-lapse fashion so that you can see them, and then we'll do like big hand swatches for each shade. So let's go ahead and do the arm swatches now. This is the whole palette swatched on my arm, and we are going to swatch each of these shades individually as well because I know you guys really like that format. Straight off the bat, my initial thoughts are it feels like, not in terms of quality, but color story. And this probably makes sense given that she's called this collection her dream collection, but it feels like she's just taken her favorite shades out of her existing palettes and put them into one palette, because just swatching these, it feels like there's a lot of similarities, not just with compared to one palette, but all of them. For example, these reddy tones feel like they're out of retro. But this tone, and this tone, for example, feel like they're out of bronze. This one feels like it's out of Bieber. This one feels like it's out of Bieber. This is trio chrome. Like, just initially off the bat, it feels quite like she's just picked her favorite shades from her existing collections. That might not be true because obviously I haven't done like an in-depth swatch comparison yet. And I was gonna do it in this video, but I think I might actually make a separate video doing that because I didn't realize, because I hadn't touched this palette yet, just how many shades that I do feel are quite similar to all of her palettes rather than just, I'll be honest, when I first saw this, I just thought I could do a comparison of retro and glam next to each other and it would probably cover it, but I don't think that's going to be the case. I think it needs to be quite a few of them. So I will insert a picture right here of this swatched compared to the other palettes, just so that you can see them. And then I might do a more in-depth swatch comparison because I feel like a lot of people will probably already have these shades. So let me know in the comments if you want to see that. Now let's go ahead and do the individual hand swatches, shall we? So if you haven't seen one of my videos where I do this format, basically I go through and swatch individually, like quite large on my hand, each shade so that you can see what it might look like blended out on the eye. Again, there'll be timestamps. If this is boring to you, just go ahead and skip through to whatever you want to see. Let's start with Black is Black. I do need to note that Natasha Denona matte shadows, in my opinion, never swatch well. They always, in my opinion, swatch really kind of sad, and then on the eye, they just perform exceptional. So don't take too much into account the swatch like performance, more so what the shade might look like. So Black is Black. It's a black shadow in my opinion. I have tried her Black is Black shadow before. I mean, it's Natasha Denona quality, right? Like, it's a black eyeshadow and it's good quality. This one is Aspiration. Now I might just have a look at the formulas. This one's just a matte formula, and then Aspiration is also a matte formula. It does feel like this might be getting a little bit hard panned already, actually. It could just be, I might have had like a slightly damp finger when I was like swatching it, maybe from the previous shade or something, I don't know. So this one's Aspiration, the dark brown. It's a pretty dark brown, I don't mind it. The next one is Serenity, and this one is a satin medium cool brown. This is a shade that I know I'll get a lot of use out of. This is exactly my kind of a shade. You will know that from seeing it. Gorgeous. I really like this shade. This is beautiful. Next up we have Carpe Diem, which is a matte medium dusty peach. This really reminds me of the peachy matte cream to powder matte in Bieber palette. This also is reminds me of a couple of shades in retro as well, actually. Very pretty, very pretty. That would look wonderful as a one and done too, by the way. Next up we have Babies, and it is a metallic light medium rosy nude. Ooh, she's pretty. Oh, that's really pretty. I'll get a lot of use out of that shade as well. Very, very pretty for an everyday look. That's gorgeous. Next up we have Instinct, which is a cream to powder matte in medium fuchsia. The cream to powders are some of my favorite Natasha formulas. This probably isn't my favorite kind of shade, but that's a personal preference. It is pretty though. This is a one and done in fall. Is gorgeous, by the way. This would look, as a one and done with the lip combo, would look beautiful. Very pretty. Oh dear, that stained my hand. Let's pretend it hasn't. Okay, next up we have Thrill, which is a sparkling metallic golden nude duochrome with a pink shift. This is so pretty. Yeah, I love this shade. This is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Look at that. You can kind of see the pink shift a little bit. Oh, that's so pretty. Again, one and done with a bronzer through the crease. Perfection. I swear this one hand is gonna like age 50 years because of the amount of scrubbing I do with these hand swatch videos. This one will hopefully remain a little bit more youthful. Okay, next up we have Unity, which is a matte medium light pink nude. I'll try and swatch over here because that's stained a bit. Very pretty. Looks very similar. This one's just quite the same but slightly deeper. It's a very pretty shade though. Next we have Risk, which is a metallic medium maroon, or maroon, however you say that. This is pretty. This isn't the kind of shade that I would get a lot of use out of, to be fair. It's just not a tone that I'm super attracted to, but again, if you're going into the fall season, this would be very beautiful as a one and done. On deeper skin tones too, this would look so sultry and beautiful. Now we have Invention, which is a sparkling metallic tangerine duochrome with bronze and golden sparks. That's a description. This just reminds me of a shade out of the bronze palette, if I'm honest. It's very pretty though. I can see, what did it say? Bronze and golden sparks. Yeah, I can see that. I wouldn't necessarily call it a duochrome, from my opinion, but maybe I'm wrong. But it's very pretty. Next up we have Vision, which is the multi-chrome metallic shifts of green, pink, nude, and gold. I'll try and get as much of the shift as I can on my hand. Okay, so you guys can see bright purple, and when I'm looking down at this, I see like a greeny gold. So see that? That's the kind of shade that I'm seeing. So you can definitely see the multi-chrome in here. Very pretty. It reminds me, I'm pretty sure there's a shade like this in Trio Chrome or something very similar. It also reminds me of the Trio Chrome, or the multi-chrome, sorry, from Divine Rose 2. If you have Divine Rose 2, you pretty much have this shade. So, and again, this isn't a shade that I'm going to get a lot of use out, if I'm completely honest, and that's a personal preference thing. Like, that is no shade or hate to Natasha. It's just purely a personal preference thing. If you watched my ranking of my Pat McGrath Labs special shades, I ranked all of the special shades that I own from Pat. I like lighter shades. So like these ones, like Thrill, for example, and Spontaneous, probably like they're kind of more my jam. So it's more just a personal preference thing, but it is pretty. You can definitely see the multi-chrome in it. All right, next up is Edgy, another cream to powder matte, medium dark eggplant. Woo. Oh, this is gonna stain. I'll put it here. This is pretty. I like this. This is like that vampy purple kind of shade. Also on a deep skin tone as a one and done. Oh my God, that would look amazing. Amazing. Absolutely beautiful. Next up we have Spontaneous, which is a metallic light pale nude. It's just kind of like a gold shade, really. She's pretty. She's pretty. She's a gold shade, you know. Nothing special, but also very beautiful. Second to last, we have Nurture, which is a matte medium cool nude. Definitely my favorite matte shade in this palette. I love it. It's me kind of shade. This is something that I would wear as a one and done, like on the daily, because I'm super basic. Very pretty, right? Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Gorgeous. Now we have Familiar, which is a matte medium caramel brown, and I will admit this shade is really pretty. It's in bronze, I'm pretty sure, but it's very pretty. I like it. On a deep skin tone as a one and done, could you even? It is in fall with a really dark chocolate brown lip. Yes, please. Gorgeous. That's them all swatched out. Let's go ahead now and put this palette to the test on my eyes and create a look. Alrighty, let's get stuck into creating an eye look first. I've just primed my lids using my Makeup by Mario eye primer. And now we are ready to just crack on into a look straight away. Look at me go. I'm gonna pick up my Rephr number 16 first. I just quickly cleaned my brushes too, so they're all nice and fresh. And I'm gonna go into this shade right here, Nurture, first. So my palette already looks beaten up because I just filmed like all of the swatches and also the swatch comparison video against all the other Natasha Denona palettes. So if you're wondering why mine looks like it's been used for 12 years, that's why. So I'm going to start by concentrating this into the outer corner here, doing my little swirling motion and building this up through the crease. It immediately feels exactly like that Natasha Denona formula that you know and love. Yeah, that's just your beautiful Natasha Denona formula that you just know. I will do a 5 looks 1 palette as well, by the way, you guys. With this, you'll have to give me a minute. I need time to film that. I've just been, I think this is the 3rd video I'm saying it in, but I can't even believe how busy I've been. I don't think I've been this busy in a very, very long time. Everything seems to be happening in the month of September. And like my best friend's getting married at the end of this month, and oh gosh, it's just all happening. So bear with me. I will get it up as soon as possible, I promise. I promise. Let's go ahead now and jump into Edgy. I want to try Edgy today. Not a shade that I would normally dive into. YOLO. This is a cream to powder formula, so you just want to kind of start slow and build with it. You just need a light touch with these cream to powder formulas as well, by the way, and they will build up. They just take a little bit, well, not even longer. You just need a light touch if you're finding that they're going patchy. It's like if you're trying to apply cream blush over powder, right? You use a really, really light touch so that it doesn't get patchy. The cream to powder formulas from Natasha Denona make brilliant one and done shadows though, let me tell ya. I really like them. I know they're controversial. Some people don't like them, I do. Just, it's personal preference, you know? That's beautiful though. This is a Rephr 27. Did I say that already, by the way? Let's go ahead and pick up my Pat McGrath Intensify stick. You don't need to use this. I'm just going to take it on a flat brush and apply it where I want it. You don't have to use this. You could wet your brush, you could use your finger, you could use nothing. If you've been around here, you know that this is my holy grail, especially for hooded eyes. Now I'm going to pick up my Rephr number 2 and we're going to dip into Serenity. Let's do Serenity. I want to use them all. And I'm going to tap this into this outer corner bit here. Very pretty. I like that shade. This is a shade I'd get a lot of use out of on the everyday. It's very, very pretty. My kind of a shade. And exactly that Natasha Denona metallic formula that you just know and love. Absolutely stunning, absolutely stunning. I've just wiped the excess shadow off that same brush, so we're sticking with Rephr 2, and I'm gonna dip into Babies. I don't know why that's called Babies. Is it because she wants babies or she has babies? Interesting name. And I'm gonna tap that just next to the Serenity shade. Not all the way into the corner because we're going to put a different shade there. I like to use as many shadows as I kind of can for these kind of looks and reviews, and then in my 5 looks I kind of make them a bit easier to follow. That is pretty. I'm into that. I'm going to pick up this little flat shader brush now and we're going to go into Thrill. I really like this Thrill shade. It's so pretty. It reminds me, well, it kind of reminds me of the gold shade in Moonlit Seduction, but this is a duochrome with some pink in it. But it just has that little special quality to it like that. It's very pretty. That is so pretty, you guys. Look at that. Very rare, very, very wearable. I'm into it. I'm gonna pick up a little angled brush and we're gonna go into the Blackest Black, and let me try and attempt a wing. I can't make any promises, but we'll see how we go. That'll do, that'll do. My eye shape is very different to each other. So if it's even close, that's happy days. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go and do my base makeup, and then we'll come back and we will use the face palette. I'm very excited about the face palette. So, 2 seconds. All right, I went up camera and did my base makeup, and I just quickly finished off the under eyes. I popped this shade on the under eye with this shade, and then I put this shade on the inner corner and put some mascara on. So I put my Huda Beauty mascara on. I also put my Melt Cosmetics Olive eyeliner on my bottom waterline and my Pat McGrath Labs black eyeliner on my top waterline. So eyes are finished. Very fall vibes, if you ask me, which we are not in fall where I live. We are in spring, which I'm very excited about. I love the summer. I have done my base makeup. I've done like foundation, powder, concealer, and bronzer, but I have not done any highlight or blush. We're gonna do that together now. I like to do highlighter next, so we're gonna use these first. Now, this being a cream, I absolutely will go in with my sponge. Now, I have powdered my face. The reason for that, even though these are cream, is because I like to use my cream products over powder, and I have a lot of formulas that work really well over powder. So we're gonna test it over powder. If it doesn't work well over powder, then we know. You know? I've just picked some up on the sponge, and the trick is to use a really light hand when you use cream products over powder. That actually looks quite pretty, very natural. Yes, I like a nose highlight from 2016, you leave me alone. That's actually beautiful. Now that hasn't lifted any powder, hasn't lifted any foundation or anything like that. That's actually looking so much better than I anticipated from the feel of that. I didn't actually think I would like it. But that looks lovely, very natural. Slightly, I would say slightly texture enhancing, like my Vive Skin Do, my Lisa Eldridge liquid highlighters, they really don't enhance any texture at all, whereas I feel like this maybe has ever so slightly, but still it looks lovely. Like my skin's really going through it at the moment, so. Let's pop a little bit of the powder over the top. So this is a Flower Beauty, just like tapered brush, sorry. I am nervous about how blinding this is gonna go. That actually looks really nice as well. Well, she's definitely bling bling. I don't think it's any more texture enhancing than the cream, the powder. I actually think that's really lovely. I was not expecting to like the powder. I thought it was gonna be too dark on my skin, but that actually looks really pretty. Okay, I like that. I actually like that. That's actually really pretty. What do you guys think? I like it. I like it. I forgot to clean my blush brush, so we're just gonna use this Delium Tools angled brush. This is a Delium 962, and let's go ahead and dip into this blush. I'm so surprised they called this cream. So I'll be interested to see how this goes because it feels like powder. Okay. Definitely pigmented. Yeah, this just goes on like powder. I mean, it's very pretty. Very pretty. What I do now is I like to take my setting spray. I just spray my sponge with it. I like to pounce it in, and then this usually melts all the products like completely into the skin. That looks lovely. That looks really lovely. I look very glowy and healthy. I'm actually wildly impressed. There you go. I really wasn't expecting to like this just because I thought this was the same formula as the blush in the Glam Face palette, and it's not. And I really don't like that cream blush in the Glam Face palette, but I'm so happy this is a powder. And I just thought this was gonna be too deep, and I thought maybe I could get use out of this. But the fact that all of this looks really pretty, I am very, very happy. Very happy. How exciting. Okay, all right, let's go ahead and try the lip products now, shall we? So first up we have the lip liner in Natasha. Now, I believe these are existing shades, so you've probably seen these before, but for me this is brand new. I've never tried any Natasha Denona lip products. So let me line my lips. That is beautiful for my skin tone and my lip color. That's like my lips but better color. I'm obsessed with that. Yay! All right, let's try the lipstick. I'm also very excited to try the lip products. I was the most excited for. The palette excited me. I think I started this thought at the start of the video and then didn't finish it. The palette excited me, but I've got to be honest, I felt like I had most of these shades in my collection from her. And if it wasn't for YouTube, I probably wouldn't have picked this palette up just because I feel like I already own those shades. I think it's very beautiful, but I just feel like it would have been repetitive for me. But the lip products just looked like my kind of lip tones that I would love. So I was very excited by these. So let's go ahead and try this. Oh yeah, I love this. Yep, this is 100% my kind of lipstick color, 100%. I love that so much, it's not even funny, I really do. That is beautiful. Okay, I'm stoked. I'm so happy that these look exactly how I thought. Now let's try the lip gloss. Oh, it's perfect. It's perfect. This is perfect. This is perfect. Oh my God, I love this so much. And it's like perfect with the eyes too. This is a perfect nude lip. I love this so much. That lip combo is gonna be my fave, I can tell. That is perfect. All right, let me go do my hair and I'll show you guys the finished look and wrap up my thoughts, so 2 seconds. This is the finished makeup look. What do you guys think? I have to admit, before I had like my blush and my lipstick on, I was a bit like, oh, I'm not feeling super me in this look, but now I have my blush and lipstick on, I'm like really feeling myself, I'm not gonna lie. I think the look turned out absolutely beautiful. So let's do final thoughts, shall we? This eyeshadow palette is the exact Natasha Denona quality that you know and love. If you love this color story and it's just like speaking to you, you don't need to worry, the quality is exceptional. So if you love the color story, the price is right, I say go for it. It is a beautiful palette. If you already own pretty much every single Natasha Denona palette, I've already actually filmed, it'll be coming tomorrow hopefully, if I've gotten enough time to edit it, like swatch comparisons with this against all of her other palettes that I own. And to be honest, they're not exact dupes, like they are different, but very, very similar vibes. That if you own Bieber, if you own Bronze, if you own Retro, if you own Trio Chrome, you probably have all of these shades and it's probably not bringing a whole lot of new to your collection, so only you can decide that. This face palette has taken me by surprise, I'm not gonna lie. I picked this up because I was gonna pick up the lips and the palette and I was like, for YouTube, let's just go ahead and review the whole collection. I love this. I love this. I think this is really good. These highlighters are really beautiful. The blush is beautiful. It's not cream, it feels powder to me, but I don't know, maybe it's a cream to powder, I'm not sure. But I like that. I like the formulas. I think this is gorgeous. I can actually see myself getting a lot of use out of this. So very much enjoy the face palette. And then I think it's pretty obvious that I'm absolutely head over heels in love with these lipsticks. I think this is the most perfect nude lip for me. I love it. It feels creamy, it feels juicy. I have not one bad word to say. The packaging is like gorgeous. Like I feel like the packaging of this collection is like my dream too. Like it's beautiful. I love it. So the lip trio for me, I know these are existing shades, so it's probably not that exciting for anyone else, but like I said, this is the first time I've tried any of her lip products. So the lip trio for me in this collection has been the standout by far, just because I truly love this lip combo. It's stunning. And then the face palette, just because again, I don't actually own any Natasha Denona face products, and these formulas have really impressed me. And then the eyeshadow palette, not because the quality isn't like truly beautiful and incredible, but just because it's not a color story that's my fave from her personally, but it is still beautiful. That wraps up all my thoughts. Hopefully it's been helpful or fun in some way, shape or form. Let me know your thoughts. Are you planning on picking this collection up? Have you already picked it up? What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. I'd be super interested to hear from you guys. And the swatch comparison video is coming very soon, I promise. So make sure you're subscribed if you want to check that one out. Other than that, if you're watching till this point, you're an absolute legend. I appreciate you so, so much, truly. If you haven't already, pretty please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe. It helps my channel out so, so much. And other than that, I hope that you have the most amazing day, wherever you are in the world, and I will see you next time. Bye.